It is one of my absolute favorite days and times of the month. That is the Tesla update time, and I'm excited to show you guys what's new with it. I'm heading down and trying not to fall down my stairs as I'm filming this, still new to the vlogging selfie. But I'm going to take you outside to our Tesla to see what's new in the update. Just heading inside our garage here, and let's go see what's new with the update. It looks like what it's saying right now is the traffic light and stoplight feature no longer requires explicit driver confirmation when there's a lead vehicle ahead of you and Autopilot is confident that you are not in a turn-only lane. The stop line in the driving visualization will now turn green to indicate the car will continue through the intersection. That's awesome. So basically it's saying it's getting closer and closer. Now, it said if you had a car ahead of you, but you already had kind of that feature. So please continue to pay attention and be ready to take immediate action, including braking, because this feature may not stop for all traffic controls. This feature will not attempt to turn through intersections. But over time, as we continue to learn from the fleet, the feature will control more naturally. Sorry, I'm having a hard time reading this for some reason, but let's see. It says backup camera improvements. You can now view video streams coming from your side repeater cameras for added visibility around the vehicle. That's awesome. That's something that I've wanted ever since we got the car. That's really, really cool. It says when the backup camera is visible, simply swipe to display the repeater camera video feeds. Okay, so dash cam viewer improvements. This looks like they did quite a bit for driving features and then also viewing, video in general. To make Sentry Mode video easier to review, we have added a red dot along the video scrubber to indicate the moment when a Sentry Mode event was triggered. When playing a Sentry Mode video, the dashcam viewer will skip ahead and begin playback right before the spot. Oh my gosh. So this is like a ton of quality of life improvements. This is gonna make my life a lot easier because I hated scrubbing through the videos, trying to figure out what actually happened in there. And I've always wanted it to be more like our doorbell camera, which does that. It has just a little dot. So let's see. Tune-in improvements. With this update, we've improved the usability and discoverability of tune-in stations and podcasts so that it's easier to browse content. We've also added the ability to adjust playback speeds up to 2 times. Awesome. Okay, another quality of life. As usual, use tune-in. Tap on the media icon and select tune-in source location. Okay. Walk-away door lock improvements. You now have the option to disable walk-away door lock when your vehicle is parked at home. Tap controls lock and select exclude home to save the home location. Tap navigate set home. Okay, that's awesome. I actually don't mind that it locks at my house, but we also have a renter in the basement, so sometimes the garage door gets left open depending on how he leaves and stuff. So I actually like having that feature, but I do like having the option. That's awesome for people who just want to be able to go out to their car and not have it lock. I wonder if they've also made improvements on the Model X where the doors would pop out and hit you because they have kind of that springing action. Cabin camera. Help Tesla continue to develop safer vehicles by sharing camera data from your vehicle. This update will allow you to enable the built-in cabin camera above the rear view mirror. To enable, the Tesla will automatically capture images and short video clips just prior to a collision and safety event to help engineers develop safety features and enhancements in the future. As usual, you can adjust your data sharing preferences by tapping controls. Safety and security data sharing allow cabin camera analytics. The cabin camera images and video clips will not be associated with your VIN to protect your privacy. Okay, that's good. I'm glad that it has some privacy features. Okay, and then it just goes through previous release notes. So one of the things I want to know is if I can take the cabin camera, and if all of you guys aren't aware, let me see if I can get good enough light so you can see this. The cabin camera has always been in the car, so that's where the cabin camera is. I'm not really doing a good job of it. I'm in my garage, probably not the best lighting. I wanted to make sure you guys had a chance to see this, and I'll show what updates are coming through. So as you saw there, I'm going to start a little bit of a drive to see how the accelerating through a light is going to work. So I actually have this car right in front of me. So based on the verbiage, it sounds like as soon as this person goes, it's not going to make me immediately stop again for the stoplight. So this will be a good test. I'm glad it happened so soon in my drive. Yep. So it turned green. And now it's just following straight through the light there. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the visualization too looks a little bit more fluid. The person in front of me, oh, I don't know why I went to 29 instead of 30. 30's still can't change the speed limit above, you know, what it's set to when you're using this. Yeah, the visualization looks like it's a little bit more fluid to me. It looks like it's working a little bit better, and I've got to let this guy go by. I don't want to stress him out because I want to turn at this area right here. Okay, so this is kind of a more windy road, so this is another spot that I wanted to see how it does when it's on autopilot. It should be a little bit smoother. Oh, this one I can actually go above because it doesn't have a speed limit setting. So I'm actually gonna go 35. Let's see how this does. This is a pretty sharp turn up here, so I don't know if it's necessarily gonna take it at 35, but we're gonna see what it does. I'm actually interested. Okay, it's slowing down quite a bit. The lines aren't very dominant, but it seems to be handling this pretty well. It's a little more cautious going around things like that, but it's still doing a great job of coming around here. So yeah, it's ramping me down quite a bit. I've got a truck behind me, but he's gonna just have to deal with this for a minute. I also want to see if I notice any general features that are a little bit better just on autopilot in general. So I'm gonna hop on the freeway here, and then I'm gonna pop it into autopilot where it's metering. I'm actually really interested to see what it does for this metered light. I wonder if it's gonna be able to recognize this or not. I actually didn't plan on this, but this will be a really cool test. Let's see if it can distinguish the metered light when it hits us. I kind of doubt it because it doesn't look like the line is going green, but we'll see what happens when it's just one car here. Okay, so that car went. It's not even like getting me to the actual line, so I'm gonna have to take over. Oh no, it went green there. Dang it. I took over a little too early. It kept me super far back, so I thought I had to take over. I should have just let it do its thing, but I got some pretty heavy traffic behind. Okay, so now coming to this light, I want to see if right when it turns green, if it goes through. Now it said you usually have to have a lead car, but I am curious to see if this takes off itself or makes me do it. I'm guessing that they still want to make sure that you're safe and not going through the light early or late, whatever the case may be. So let's see what it does. It's about to change here. Okay, so yeah, the lead car is definitely necessary going through the lights. That acceleration, I feel like it could be a little bit faster too when you hit the accelerator to go through the light as it picks up. People typically are on my tail and wanting to go a little bit quicker than it accelerates, but once again, I'm going to chalk that up to a safety feature. They probably want to make sure that it's not accelerating too fast, not being dangerous in any way, shape, or form, because that all falls back on them. Okay, I want to see if it stops for this crosswalk or not, or even shows it. Before it was stopping at this, and yeah, it's still like slowing down a lot. It didn't stop, but it slowed down a ton. But it slowed down late. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but it slowed down really late. It didn't slow down until I was like already in the crosswalk. Obviously it would have stopped for a person, but you know, envisioning if it's like, oh, I want to make sure that somebody could get across, I would have already been in the intersection by that point. I wanted to show you how cool the reverse camera is now. So now if you know, all you have to do is tap on that. So if you slide, it'll show the left, right side, show how close we are. It really makes backing up into my garage a lot easier, to be honest. Don't mind the mess. It's extremely messy in the garage, but yeah, it makes it really easy to back up into the garage and get to where you want. I actually really enjoy this part of the update. This is pretty cool.